I'd like for you, if you don't mind, to talk to us about, I mean, you're obviously a person with huge dreams and outlook, and you have lived through some things. And so would you speak to us about some of the valleys and as well as the mountaintops that you have had to endure? Maybe I shouldn't say endure, but pass through, and what some of the learning was from those experiences?
I am happy to do that, Zenobia, because you know what? A lot of times we see other people's success and we don't see their failures. And I'm so happy you asked that question, because one of the things that I want to share with anyone who is thinking about starting their business, their own business, but especially a woman who is in our demographic. Now, I walked away from corporate America when I was 52 years old. I'd had enough. I'd had enough of the ageism. I'd had enough of the prejudice. The interesting thing is that it had not been shown to me overtly, but I saw it with the two women around me, the two other women around me. And it was so bad that one of them actually sued the company, and she won. The point is that I got tired of it.
What is it specifically that you're saying that you saw? What is it that you are specifically?
There was ageism. Ageism, and there was also racial prejudice. But let's just focus on the ageism, because this is a huge corporation, and there were only 3 women of color in the entire business. But that doesn't matter. The point is that I saw it happening to them, and it wasn't a questionable thing. It wasn't something you're wondering. It was real. And as I said, one actually sued them and won the case. Now, it wasn't happening to me for some reason, but I saw it, and every day it just got worse and worse, and it was like, I don't know, perhaps subconsciously I didn't want to have to go through that, so I made a decision earlier than I had initially planned. You see, I had planned to give myself another year before leaving to start my business, because that desire to be my own boss fully, 100%, not part-time as I had been over the years, but to be full was there, and I was setting the pathway to get to that point. But because of what was going on around me, I took an earlier leap. So I was not 100% prepared, and this is what I want to get across to anyone who's thinking of starting their business. If they were to go on sites like SCORE and Small Business Association and so forth, there are numerous tips there. And one of those tips would be to have a certain amount of money that you put aside that can take care of your bills, so that when you start your business, you're not depending on the income solely from that business in order to take care of your expenses. See, because I jumped the gun when I did, before the time that I had allotted for myself, I did not have that resource where I wanted it to be, that financial resource. And so what happens is that you find that it's too much of a strain because you're building a business, and at the same time you're worrying about bills. So one of the number one things I would say, make sure that you plan correctly and you plan strategically, so you know how your bills, at least for 6 months, are going to be taken care of. Because most businesses do not show a profit within 18 months. A few do. Some do, and especially if you come from the offline world, moving to the online world, and you already have a following, it is possible to start showing a profit. But most businesses don't show a profit and be fully sustainable for at least 18 months. Conservatively, many persons will tell you 3 to 5 years. But with a solopreneur business, you can show a profit earlier. But it takes some of the stress away from you if you plan in a way that that you're able to sustain yourself without depending on your new business. So that's the number one thing I would say.